Henry the strong man. Henry was a strong man. He could carry heavy things. He had no problem helping you move. Mary asked Henry if he could help her. He said sure. Mary owned a lot of furniture. Henry carried it all. He put it in the moving van. He did not struggle. He was strong and able. Thank you, Henry, Mary said. Not a problem, Henry said. He was happy to help. Henry was walking down the street. He saw something as he was walking. There was a man in a car. The car would not start. There were other cars behind him. He was blocking the road. Henry took action. He went behind the car. He pushed with all his might. He moved the car. It was out of the way. The man thanked Henry. "You are strong," said the man. Henry agreed. He waved goodbye. She sings pop music. She turned on the radio. She tuned in her favorite radio station. The station played pop music. She loved pop music. She sang along to the radio. She sang in the shower every morning. She jumped in the shower. She sang her heart out. She stepped out the shower. She grabbed the radio. She took it to the room. She turned it on again. She put on her clothes while listening to the radio. She did not stop singing. Her brother did not like her singing. "Be quiet," he would yell. She could not hear him because the radio was too loud. She wanted to be a pop singer. It was her dream. She wanted to make her dream come true. She entered singing contests. She won first place. She was a great singer. Haircut at the salon. His hair was long. It was getting too long. It bothered him sometimes. The hair would get in his mouth. It would get on his food. It sometimes made him itchy. He thought about cutting it. He asked his friends. His friends told him not to. He asked them why. His friends said he looked fine. He did not care what his friends said. He decided to get a haircut. It was the middle of the day. He was not doing anything. He went to the salon. He walked in and sat down. He waited for the hair stylist. She was with another customer. She finished shortly. She greeted him. She cut his hair. It took 20 minutes. He looked in the mirror. He looked good. He was glad he got a haircut. He paid and thanked the hair stylist. He went on his way. Scary movie. It was night time. He was home using his computer. His friend messaged him. The message was an invitation. He was invited to the theaters. He said yes to the invitation. He shut down his computer. He got ready to leave. He grabbed his wallet and drove to the theaters. His friends were waiting for him. "What movies are we watching?" he asked his friends. They were going to watch a scary movie. He did not like scary movies. He was a big chicken when it came to watching scary movies. He watched the movie anyway. They bought their tickets and went inside. They took their seats. The movie started to play. It was the scariest he had ever seen. Everybody went home. After he got home, he was too scared to sleep. He turned on all his lights. He regretted watching that movie. A familiar face. They were on a train. He sat across her. He looked at her. She looked familiar. She was writing on her iPad. She looked concentrated. The train sped along its tracks. It made large sounds. There were many passengers on board. He looked to his right. He saw a man with long hair. He saw a woman holding a dog. He saw a kid with food on his face. He looked to his left. He saw an old man with a cane. He saw a young lady crossing her legs. He saw a fat man eating peanuts. No one looked familiar, except her. She sat in front of him. He thought for a minute. He could not remember. The train came to a stop. It had reached its destination. Passengers were exiting the train. He lost sight of her. He looked around to see where she went. She was nowhere in sight.